Okay, fifth and sixth graders. So today we're going to do some art that involves a scale of color. So you're going to color this disco ball, paint it, excuse me, using a scale of colors. So the middle, you can see it says color. Okay, and then going this way, you're going to add a little bit of white to make it lighter, and then more white to make it as light as you can. More so adding color to the white. Okay, same thing going this way. You're going to add black to the color, and then you're going to add color to the black. And you're going to use those colors that you create to color paint this disco ball. Okay, so I'm going to start with my color. I, of course, chose purple. So I'm going to start with just purple, and I'm going to fill that in the color box. So I know that's my color. Okay, then I'm just going to pick some boxes to paint. Okay, keeping in mind, I'm gonna have 5 different colors to use, different shades. I'm not really doing any rhyme or reason to the boxes that I choose to paint. So I'm just picking random ones all throughout. And you can see, so I have on here my purple, my black, and here's my white. I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can kind of see it. So what it's gonna happen when I go to add the colors to my shade, you're going to want to keep separate sections of color. So you know exactly where the change in shade is. Just gonna do one more purple, couple more. And so, like I said, you can see I'm just picking totally random spots to put this color. There's 5 different shades. There's no rhyme or reason to where I put these, the placement of my color. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, here's my purple. I'm going to take that and make a separate pile over here. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of white and mix that. Do a little bit. So now you can see my purple is lighter. So, and then I'm going to put this color in the light box, and then you can see the shade is lighter going to the left. Okay, and then I'm going to paint the squares here. And you can, of course, choose how many of each you want to do. I'm going to suggest, only because there are so many, start pretty heavy, because you don't want to end up with one color left to use in so many boxes, all right next to each other that you have to use, or anything like that. So here is my light color that I'm doing right now. Tippy top. Bottom. Here. Just kind of making sure that I have one in every row, basically, at least, done so far. And nothing says you can't put 2 of the same shade right next to each other, like I did right here. Just once you get all of the shades added, you're just really gonna have a lot of dimension. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my purple, and so I have some purple on my brush, and I'm just gonna mix that in with the white. Okay, so basically I'm pulling purple into white instead of pulling white into purple. Do a bit more here. Mix that really well. So you can see this is much lighter because I took purple and added it to white instead of took white and added it to purple. This is a very, very light shade of purple. I maybe should have, if I would add a little bit more, but now I've got it mixed and I'm ready to start. So it's a hint of purple in the white. That here. I have lots of this. I maybe got a little too much white when I started, which would help. If I had less white, my color would be a little bit darker, but that's okay. So you can just see as it starts to dry, we have a scale of purple to light purple to lightest purple, white purple. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get a different brush. You guys will just mix brushes in between. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull here's my purple. I'm going to pull more over here into its own section. And I'm going to take a dip of black and mix that in with my purple. So I'm making this purple darker. And you can see then that I've got a nice bit of darker purple. And it might be hard to see on your plate necessarily, but when you put it on the scale box down here, you can tell that it has gotten darker. So then I add those. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so I've got my darker purple here. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do, and of course I have way more blank boxes than I want to leave. But just for the sake of this video, I wanted to get all the colors mixed. And so you will want to fill in more. And of course, like on my plate, I still have the colors, so you can rinse out your brush and go back and fill in as needed. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I've got this black, small dot of black right here. So I'm going to take as much purple as I can, and I'm going to mix that with the black. And so you can see this is a much darker shade than we even had for dark. So this is the black shade a little bit more. And so really what you just really want to be able to see that the shading of the colors changes from box to box on your scale along the bottom, as well as having these different shades within your disco ball. And when you are finished and have all 5 shades, you're just going to have really good dimension in your disco ball. If you've ever seen a real disco ball, you know, it glitters, it flares. And so this is all the same color, just different shades of a color. You're just going to give it different dimensions. Really like this. So as you are working, your first step then is to choose a color, get a squirt of it on your plate. Of course, you can always go back and get more if you need to, so don't start with too much. So you need a color, you need white, and you need black. Okay, I pulled my color into the 3 separate sections. It's up to you if you want to do small dots in 3 sections. So you start with your color in the middle and fill that in. You can go dark first or light first, it doesn't matter. But you're going with the white, you're adding white to the purple. Or to light, you're adding white to the purple. White, you're adding purple to the white. Okay, and then with dark, you're adding black to your purple, and then adding purple to your black for the darkest. Okay, good luck.